Behind the Ottoman Empire's splendor, a hidden world of women played a dangerous game of power, shaping history with nothing but ambition and secrecy. The harem, where enslaved women didn't just survive, they ruled. Ready for the shocking truth? Prepare to witness how they manipulated empires, built dynasties, and changed the course of history. Welcome back to Lost Horizon. Want more powerful stories that shaped history? Hit subscribe now and join us for epic tales. When most people hear the word harem, their imaginations swirl with images of forbidden love, shimmering silks, and whispered secrets behind gilded doors. But the truth of the Ottoman harem is far more fascinating, an intoxicating blend of romance, power struggles, and ambition that shaped the destiny of an empire. To understand its full depth, we must step beyond the cliches and into the heart of one of history's most enigmatic institutions. At its core, the harem wasn't just a sanctuary of beauty, it was a theater of power. This secluded world, hidden behind the grand walls of the Topkapi Palace, housed not only the Sultan's mother, wives, and concubines but also his hopes for the future, the royal heirs. The harem wasn't a place of idle luxury. It was a carefully orchestrated ecosystem where love and politics danced in dangerous harmony. The women of the harem were no mere decorations. Many of them arrived as captives, plucked from distant lands, but their journey didn't end there. Inside this opulent realm, they were transformed. Trained in music, poetry, courtly etiquette, and even statecraft, these women became formidable players in a high-stakes game of power. For those with beauty, wit, and a touch of luck, the harem wasn't a prison, it was a ladder to unimaginable heights. Life in the harem was a competition, as fierce as any battle fought on the empire's frontiers. Hundreds of women vied for the ultimate prize, the Sultan's attention. But to truly capture his heart, and his trust, was no simple feat. The Sultan's favor wasn't given lightly, and those who won it, like the legendary Harem Sultan, changed history. Harem Sultan, a slave girl of Ruthenian origin, didn't just catch the eye of Suleiman the Magnificent, she captured his soul. Their love was a story that defied tradition. Unlike the many concubines before her, Harem became more than just a fleeting lover. She rose to become Haseki Sultan, the Sultan's favorite concubine, and eventually his legal wife, something no woman before her had achieved. But it wasn't just her beauty that set her apart. Harem was a master of politics, diplomacy, and strategy. Through her influence, she crafted alliances, shaped policies, and even took part in monumental decisions that would impact the empire for centuries to come. In the world of the Ottoman harem, the key to ultimate power wasn't just in the Sultan's bedchamber, it was in his sons. According to the principle of one mother, one son, each concubine was allowed to bear only one child, a son who could inherit the throne. But the impact of this system was profound. It created an unbreakable bond between mother and child, and in many cases, it was these mothers who wielded the true power behind the throne. Take Kosem Sultan, for example. Originally a concubine, Kosem's rise to the role of Valide Sultan, the mother of the Sultan, was nothing short of remarkable. When her sons ascended to the throne, Kosem became the de facto ruler of the empire, guiding the fate of the Ottoman state for decades. She was so influential that some historians have called her the real ruler of the empire, as she navigated political intrigue, military decisions, and even succession crises with the sharpest. The 16th and 17th centuries saw what some call the Sultanate of Women, a period when the women of the harem, once considered mere pawns, became the empire's most powerful figures. They were not only the mothers of sultans but also the architects of the empire's future. These women held the empire together in times of crisis, brokered international peace treaties, and had their fingers firmly on the pulse of the empire's politics. Their influence extended beyond the walls of the harem and into the grand halls of the palace, where they advised the sultan, controlled vast wealth, and wielded power over military and state affairs. These women were not just political players, they were rulers in their own right, with unparalleled influence. But such power was not without its controversies. As women like Harem and Kosem rose to prominence, they became the subject of scandal and intrigue. The Ottoman court was rife with whispers, rivalries, and even murder. Critics often suggested that the empire was being controlled by women behind the scenes, a notion that both scandalized and fascinated the public. The Sultanate of Women was as much about political maneuvering as it was about love and betrayal. Yet, as the empire entered the 18th and 19th centuries, the once dominant institution of concubinage began to fade. Westernization, the abolition of slavery, and changing societal norms led to the decline of the harem. The political power once wielded by the women of the harem diminished as the empire itself began to transform into a modern state. By the time the Ottoman Empire fell in the early 20th century, the harem had become a shadow of its former self, its political significance all but forgotten, its legacy reduced to the myths and mysteries that surrounded it. But the women who once ruled from behind veils and walls left an indelible mark on history. They were more than mere lovers or mothers, they were powerful women who shaped the course of an empire. So, what do we make of the Ottoman harem? Was it a gilded prison, or a seat of unparalleled power? Perhaps, it was both. It was a space where women, often taken as captives, could rise to positions of extraordinary influence, not just in their own lives, but in the fate of an entire empire. They were lovers, mothers, and political masterminds. And that is a story worth telling. If you've enjoyed this glimpse into the hidden world of the Ottoman harem, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more captivating history, and share your thoughts in the comments. Which woman from the harem do you find most intriguing? Let us know. And for more stories of power, intrigue, and historical secrets, check out our other videos. See you in the next one.